Hello everyone, I'm Komal Mathur, a legal intern at Lexis and Company. I study in Manipal University, Jaipur. I'm doing my BLLB and currently I'm in my second year. I'm glad to have this opportunity of interning with Lexis and Company. And this is the sole reason why I'm here presenting this video in front of you all. The purpose or topic of today's video is Consumer Protection Act, a new regime towards protection of consumers. Every person in this world is a consumer in one way or another. Even if you look at your basic needs like food, shelter, clothing, you have to buy goods or services for these too. Thus, whether poor or rich, whether young or rich, whether male or female, student or professional, we all are consumers or in some or other way. But when we approach the market as a consumer, we expect justice in the form of value of our money and correct and adequate information about the product, right prices, right quantity and right quality of the product or services which we are going to buy. But there are some instances where the consumer can be cheated, and these kind of instances are ever increasing with the introduction of new products and services in the market. Now the producers and sellers want to make a big profits, and for that they exploit the consumers. It can be done by asking for prices greater than the original MRP, by giving low quality products, or by giving lesser quantity than what was prescribed, or hiding the defects of the goods, or hiding the side effects of the goods, or many other ways. The need to protect the consumers from these unscrupulous suppliers and the producers was really important to be recognized by the government of our country. And gradually this was done. Government made many laws and policies in order to protect the consumer from the exploitation. Now there are some provisions in the Indian Contract Act, the Indian Standards Institution, that is the Certification Marks Act, the Sale of Goods Act, the Agricultural Produce Act, the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act, the Dangerous Drug Act, and the Standard of Weights and Measures Act, etc., which to some extent protected the consumer's interest. However, these provisions require the consumer to initiate the action by the way of a civil suit, which involves a lengthy legal process and which is expensive and time consuming. So this was not feasible for all the kind of consumers. Now here came the need of a new regime solely for the protection of consumers. Now the Consumer Protection Act of 1986 was introduced and enacted to provide proper justice to the consumers. The act was introduced for the first time with the concept of consumer and conferred additional rights for him. The protection is meant only for the person who fits in the definition of consumer as mentioned in the act. The act provides a machinery whereby a consumer can file their report or their complaints, which will be entertained by the consumer forums, so that the action can be taken against the suppliers or the cheating producers, and possible compensation can be awarded to the cheated consumer. Now, the consumer need not to pay any court fee for these forums, as well as they do not have to engage in with a lawyer for this process. They can just directly register their complaints in such consumer forums for this reason. Now in 2019, the Consumer Protection Act of 2019 was introduced, replacing the 3-decade-old Act of 1986. The new act was proposed with some more measures and tightened the existing rules to furthermore safeguard the rights of the consumers. Some of the key highlights of the new act are introduction of the central regulator, strict penalties for misleading advertisements, and guidelines for e-commerce and electronic service providers. This act is a big change in favor of the consumers. It provides clearly defined rights and easier dispute resolution mechanisms on a fast-track basis. Online marketplace and online auction sites, which have always been considered as aggregators, have now been added to the scope of the act, which will raise their accountability for goods and services which they sell or deliver through online platforms. The statute established the consumer dispute resolution authorities at the district, state, and national level. The Act also tries to hold the product makers as well as the product or service providers or the dealers responsible when a consumer's rights have been violated as a result of faults or deficiencies in the goods or services offered by them. That's all for today. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.